little higher pitch, yo. Good
What's up, everybody?
afternoon.
It's 4:52
How
p.m. California.
is that noon? Is that afternoon still, or is it?
I think that's noon or afternoon because noon is like 12. You
Yeah.
know,
Is there another one? What's not? I guess like dusk.
dusk and dawn. No, I think that's just like when the sun's moving from dusk till dawn.
Well, I hope everyone's doing all right. Sorry it took so long. We're just busy. We tried to do this episode in our hometown.
Yeah,
In person.
we promised you guys an in person together, and it happened. We did it.
It happened.
I bought a white Pro Club because Alan the Alchemist
You look
posted a
really good
picture.
in it.
Thank you, bro. Because Alan the Alchemist fucking posted a picture with the right Pro Club, and MJ convinced me. He's like, we should do it in some Pro Clubs. I was like, I don't own one, bro. So we went to the liquor store and I bought a white Pro Club. We did the show.
Now you're set, bro. I feel like that you're some real rapper shit now. You can pull up anywhere with your white pro club, and like
I'm never not gonna know what to wear. You know what I'm saying?
your respectability probably goes up.
Yeah, because if you just walk, people respect the basics, the white tee, the black tee, and people
That's
are like,
a.
damn.
I know I'm wearing a logo right now, but that's how I've been like heading towards just like more not minimalism, but just like plain colors. Not really trying to rock a big ass brand on my shirt all the time. I know I'm doing it right now, but I'm just at home. So
Yeah, and also you're like a sports guy, bro. Like you're pretty active, so that's why you have a bunch of Nike wearing and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're a basketball fan, like football fan.
true. All right, well we got two albums.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about one of these albums on the show that we did together that we ended up not being able to air. But the other album is a new album.
Yeah, so we should just start off with that one. We'll start off with the Westside Boogie, bro.
Westside. How many bodies do you got on the north side?
Compton. He's from Compton.
Compton rapper.
I
He
think
doesn't have a Bandcamp page, so we had to do like some actual research.
yeah, and interviews. He has a great No Jumper interview. That's really funny.
Adam 22
about him sleeping with what is it, Celine Powell. That's how you know you made
really?
it. I think
Celine Powell, really?
Yeah. He said that. I guess he really didn't. I don't know. I don't want to miss, but I think he said like I didn't really know who she was at the time and stuff like that.
I still look. You don't know who she is.
But Westside Boogie, bro, I think if I have to compare it to one person, and you tell me if I'm wrong or not, and not to compare someone, but like if I'm a fan of this person, maybe you like Westside Boogie. Vince Staples. I kind of get a lot of Vince Staples vibes, and not really like the tone of their voice, but like the way they write songs, and I think stuff like that. I think the beat choices are a lot different, but I think the way they pick songs, or the way they write songs, and they're both from LA, so it makes sense,
Yeah, this is a very much LA album, but Westside Boogie is a really smart dude. Like, he has really thoughtful lyrics, sure, but like I love how diverse he is on this album.
Mm-hmm.
Like, More Black Superheroes, by the way, is the name of the album. Came out this year.
Great album cover. I think that's his kids, right? With him.
I'm honestly not sure. I did not do that much research.
But
I would imagine I would imagine they're his kids.
Yeah.
And I love the name of that album too, More Black Superheroes. It's like it just reminds me. It doesn't. They're totally different sentiments, the two albums, but it reminds me of the JPEG album because he also used the word superhero. His was like, all my heroes are cornballs or something. Like all my superheroes are cornballs or something.
Yeah.
But not that the two are related, but I just thought it was cool. Like, they both have themes of like superheroes that they use in different ways.
I think do you yeah, I don't know. I took some notes on this album. What I really like about this album is I think sometimes, of course, I'm just making a generalization, but people tell me like, there's like not any like real musical instrumental talent on some beats and stuff, but all these beats, bro, they're grand. A lot of guitar melodies, a lot of horns. There's gospel singers throughout them.
It's a really diverse album.
Very melodic,
Yeah, there's one club banger on here that really stands out, and I think it's kind of like, I think it was a single for the album. I could be wrong, but that's the first song I heard from Westside Boogie ever. Actually, the one you sent me.
All
Um,
right.
I yeah, I
I
I'm looking for it on the track list. The
I
most.
think it's like it's towards the end.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's like it's number 7 out of 12, 12 tracks. This is like the club bangers where you put on and you shake some ass. You know what I'm saying? And I love this song. And honestly, if the entire album was just like songs like this, I would not have been mad.
Mhm.
You know, but like there's such a polar shift to every song. You know, some of the songs are in the same tone. Don't get me wrong. You know, and then they kind of like he kind of does something else. But like Prideful 2 was like a very like soulful ballad. You know, he was really writing from the heart. And we will switch it up. Now everyone's shaking ass. You know. So I think that thought did go into the track list, like kind of the flow of the album. You know, so that's why I really like the album as a whole, because it is an album. It's not like just a bunch
Yeah.
of songs he produced all thrown together. Like it was thought out, and it was meticulous the way he put the album together. Him and his team, I would imagine.
And he has great there's also that reoccurring thing where that girl, it's like it's like that girl keeps calling him. I don't know if it's like his girlfriend or who the protagonist in the album, but you
Mm.
always hear them at the end of a couple songs. It's all like, oh, now you're a superhero, you got multiple personalities or something, you think you're cool.
Yeah, he's like basically saying like you ain't shit, like
Yeah,
reminiscing kind
some
of.
Kendrick shit.
Yeah, exactly that. I think of
Yeah.
like the interludes on T-Pab, or even the like, I can't even think of the name of the song right now. I wish I could name it. But you know, there's the song on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers where the two are just arguing the whole time,
Mm.
and it's really it's awesome. I love it. It's so theatrical. It's beautiful. It's like good. It's like really good TV. You know.
You know, there's great features on this album too.
Yeah, Dram is on here. Shelly,
Yeah. Yeah, he
formerly
goes to
known as
Shell. Yeah.
Dram.
Do you think like when you're trying to get rid of your name, do you think you should put the FKA like formerly known as, or do you
I
think
think
you
it's a
should
nice
just put?
touch. I like it a
You
lot.
think so?
Cause imagine I blow up and I'm goat head everywhere.
Huh.
And then tomorrow I'm like, actually, guys, I'm gonna be chicken ass.
Yeah.
so so on my shit, I would want chicken ass, formerly known as goat head. Because everyone's gonna be like, chicken ass, what? Like
But when do you get rid of it? When do you think? I guess if Shelley releases a classic, then maybe he never has to use that formerly known as.
but the thing is that he's gonna drop it as formerly known as Dram.
Oh, okay. I
You
don't
know,
know.
so
That's
everyone's
just
it's
weird.
always gonna stick around like that's Dram until you commit to it. Like everyone's gonna call you Shelly. I mean, everyone's gonna call you like um Dram still, and you'll be like, oh my bad, Shelly, not Dram. You
Yeah.
know, you gotta commit like no, not formerly known as Dram. Why are we
That's what I'm
talking about
saying.
this?
Features. There's a good Smino feature. Soldier Boy's on this.
I
Soldier
like
Boy's
the
on.
Soldier Boy feature a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I can't even lie. I can't even lie. Yeah.
Um, I like that song because this is the fifth track. There's a line. It says, "Boy, you a bitch. I can't even lie," and that's how I feel
Yeah.
about you.
I can't
And
even lie. Boy, you a
we
bitch and I can't even.
we have Civics, so there's a lines like, "I done got digits in the Civic."
Yeah,
You know
we
what I'm
both
saying?
drive Civics.
And so it's all like, yeah, bro. Like, I don't need this fancy car to get numbers. You know, we got Civics. So, I don't know.
Oh,
I love the album. I think it's good. I love the Snoop Dogg. It's super melodic and it's super great melodies, and there's a lot of classical elements in there. You know, big string sections and just
there's a
yeah.
really the first song, Killer Mode. I love the chorus to that song. I be saying that at work. And I was like, bro, relax. Like killer mode, killer mode, killer mode, killer mode. We're going killer mode sometimes, bro. You know, all the kids going goblin mode, bro. I'm going killer mode.
The song after is stuck. You know, it's hard for him to leave the hood. You know, he likes it, but he feels stuck. You know, it's kind of a deep. You know, even though it's a pretty deep thing, bro. You know, it's I don't know if it's meta, but he's very self aware of what's going on.
Yeah, and I don't think he's putting on like some kind of persona or anything either. You know, I definitely think he's just speaking from experience, writing from the heart, and Like it's very thoughtful, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I already expressed this, but man, I can't say enough how much of a writer Westside Boogie is, and how much I appreciate him as a writer, you know, as a storyteller,
definitely.
and how much I appreciate the third song too. I listened to Nonchalant actually. I think
Nonchalante.
yeah, you hit me with the nonchalant thing. I don't even think you want me. Freaking Mommy is just awesome on this song. Mommy's the whole song. I love her so much. I love the bubbly, like ukulele,
Yeah. Well,
like
mommy, I think we always come out of albums. Uh, we always come out with great features, and I think the features on great albums lead us to other artists. And so I'm very excited for mommy, and like definitely want to like dig deeper into their work and see
yeah,
whatever it is, you know.
dude, her harmonies are beautiful. I could love you more.
There's two features of her too. So
She's twice on here. I think they just had so much success with one of the songs. They're like, you gotta have you on the other. And but man, I listen to Nonchalant a lot just because Mommy is such an angel, like on the ears. You know, I could listen to her all day. It's just she's so talented. She works so hard, man. Really good feature. That's probably my favorite feature. I think. Mommy, Lol SMH. I love that song title, bro.
yeah, and I like that too. Right? It's like a two.
I think he had a low SMH one, maybe, or a prideful
You think
one
so?
as well. Let me look on his. You
My
can
only
scroll down,
complaint about the
scroll down.
album, it kind of slows down at the end. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's completely a bad thing. I think everything's super grand and fucking booming in the like first half. You know, and it just slows down. But it's only 12 tracks, so it doesn't feel like it's like dragging on.
Mm,
But I think there is a dynamic switch and a mood switch, and but
yeah,
I think that just makes it what an album, you know, makes it its thing, you know, and that's what he was probably achieving.
yeah. This is a full length project and like 12
Yeah, and
tracks,
there's I can't remember what track it is, but there's this idea of
long songs. What's up?
like of this idea of like West Side being afraid to be emotional or open because like the girl he's talking to
Man,
kind of views these sex roles as like you're a man and you can't be like
dude,
sad and all
I
that.
love that theme so much, and I love that this album is kind of like his decision on the matter. You know, like because he's expressing these. You know, he feels it. Was it like emasculated
Yeah,
by this woman, and he's like, but this is my art, dude. Like, you know, I can do
yeah,
so much more, but people in the hood, they want me to do. People in the hood make me want just they just make me want. I'm sorry, they just want me to make I 20 times.
yeah.
And you know, when I heard I was like, damn, this is awesome. Like, I want
Well,
20
it's more than
I's too,
people
you know?
just like in his hood or anything. It's also just like fans too, you know.
Yeah, because I hear I and I'm like, fuck, like that's a fucking awesome banger. But at the same time, like obviously more black superheroes, it's him going out of his way to not make 20 I's and
Mhm.
express himself. These songs are all so expressive, bro. I love
Yeah,
Windows Down with Snoop Dogg. It's an awesome song about
I
smoking.
love the beat. I love the vibe that song too. Just the mellowness.
You know what I'm
Feels
saying?
like
Like
your windows down, you know.
exactly that, man. He's like kind of harmonizing and singing on a lot of these. You know, he's being soulful. And what's wrong with that, man? Absolutely nothing. I think that's awesome. And I love Westside Boogie for
Yeah,
expressing himself. And I love the sentiment that he expresses in this album. And I really hope he got that woman out of his life, you
and I
know.
think that's what I was texting you about. I was like really high listening to West Side Boogie and just damn,
There's a lot of really good themes in there, you know.
like you come in a
Awesome.
lot. You're coming away with a lot, and sometimes I just maybe I don't in our music I don't think about like oh what is the listener gonna come away with? Like it makes me happy, but what are they gonna come away with? You know,
Yeah,
like
and
am I doing a good job portraying my emotions and someone could pull it away,
mhm,
or am I not? You know, something like
mhm.
that.
For me, rap has been like a very prideful thing. Like when I when I make and I do my rhymes, since it's coming from me and I'm using so much of myself, you know, and I have to really like kind of put myself out on there onto the page. So it's
Exposure,
you know, so
exposing yourself.
Yeah, like maybe sometimes you find some skeletons when you're writing. You're like, fuck, I haven't thought of that in a long. Like you really have to digest a lot of your emotions.
Hmm.
And I feel like maybe that happened to Westside Boogie too, where he's like, damn, like, a lot of this I didn't think, but it can make for some great music, and he had these ideas, and he was like, and how awesome would it be, if I made necessarily masculine to be an even bigger fuck you to this girl, you know, like on the album where I'm talking about how she's like, saying I'm less of a man for it, you know.
Yeah.
And also my bigger point was that my music I kind of
Oh no. What happened? I think you froze. I'm not sure if it's gonna pick it
oh
up. So
no,
repeat yourself again.
okay, where did I don't know, it says I'm unstable.
Yeah,
Wait, so where did I leave off? What was the last thing I said?
you're about to go like my bigger picture on this was.
Oh, sorry.
You're
That
good.
would
You're
have
good.
sucked to cut out there. But my bigger point was that, like, these songs are a big uh source of pride for me, and I make them for myself, and I hold myself to a certain standard. I'm not really thinking of the audience.
Mhm.
I'm thinking, what's the best art that I can make for me, you know? And it's probably different when you have fame, I'm sure, because now
Yeah.
people are expecting you to make other shit like we
Yeah.
like we were talking earlier. But yeah, like, so I see this as even higher art because it's coming from a personal place, you know.
Definitely.
Like I feel like he doesn't give a fuck who's
Well, he's
listening.
not. He's not cashing in the album.
Yeah, he's not cashing.
He's not. He's trying to make. He's actually trying to make like. He cares about his reputation, and every artist does, But like maybe Drake recently has just been cashing it in, Just Drake knows everything he drops gonna make him $1
Yeah,
million, and I feel like Westside Boogie's trying to make like a real actual statement,
yeah,
you
he's
know.
making art.
Yeah. So
He's really putting it out there. He's making
res-
really meticulous, beautiful
respect to
art.
Westside Boogie.
Love
Westside,
it.
that's always a cool. We like Westside Gun, Westside
We love
Boogie.
West Side Gun. We
How
love
many
West Side
Westsides
Boogie.
can there be? Is it gonna be the new Little?
And be West Side Crezo.
There you go.
West Side
Alter.
Crezo. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Freaking another album we want to talk about that we talked about already, but you guys didn't see in the deleted
Yes.
forgotten files. And we have so much to say about this album too. Jeez, how do we have a time limit? Are we on a limit?
It gives me a warning that we have 10 minutes left, and it hasn't given us a warning yet, so you could talk.
Shit. Okay, because I have a lot to say about Brazilian Noble.
Yeah, it's really
Legend's
up there
artist
for
combination.
albums of the years, of the year. I don't know if it's my number one, but it's definitely going to my top 10 somewhere.
Mhm.
And yeah, Brazil, too much rhythm to count.
You don't count it,
Um,
you feel it.
and
That's
yeah,
what
I
this
don't know
album's
if
all
if
about.
do you want to read the Bandcamp, because there's like a lot of history to this album and this project
Oh,
and the
I
history.
did it in the live episode, so you do it this time.
Okay, let me see. I just feel like I'm not a good reader, bro.
What do you mean? You just read.
I
You
feel
read
like
all the
I'm
time.
illiterate.
What you mean? Illiterate.
Okay. So we're at Música Macondo. Sorry if I butcher any of these words though. Unearths eight contemporary.
Forgive you.
So this Música Macondo unearths 8 contemporary Brazilian tracks on compilation Brazil Novo. Decimating the rich and percussive, or demonstrating. Yeah, demonstrate. Yeah, whatever. The rich and percussive heritage of Brazil and samba de coco. Selected DJs Tahira from Sao Paulo and Tim Garcia from London. The positivity of Brazil shines, featuring elements of samba, um, candomblé, bacchus. I don't know how to say that word. Bacchus, jazz, folk, and beyond. Designed with esoteric dance floor in mind. Yeah, so these are like 8 tracks that were rediscovered, and they're showing the both celebrated and unfamiliar artists from south of the equator, from the cities of Recife, and Rio de Janeiro, and Sao Paulo. Um, yeah. Do we read the whole thing?
No, I think it's a lot.
Yeah,
But
it's like a
Brazil
five.
Novo,
We're gonna have the link to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you read it yourself. Freaking out. But Brazil Novo has been my favorite album of the year so far. I think I listened to this album a lot.
Think so? Yeah, I mean, I listen to it almost every day too.
There was a point where I just had the album on repeat, and then man, it made me wish that I knew a little more like Portuguese and I was more familiar with like native Brazil language because it's not just Portuguese that's on this album, I believe.
Well, it's
Yeah.
just like it's a mix of you know the South America is just like a melting pot of the natives there, the Europeans and the African slaves they had.
Ah, bro. Uh, that reminds me too. On the Bandcamp, it specified too. I think there was a point where they mentioned that a lot of these tracks they were almost lost to time because they were considered like lesser music back in the day.
Yeah,
Is
because
that
this isn't like your. I don't know how to describe these. Like when like this album, the sound of this album, it's it's probably nothing you ever heard. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you're like not someone who like listens to a lot of world music, this is probably like gonna be really, really new to you. You know what I'm saying?
there's a lot of Spanish rhythms in here, so the whole album feels really familiar. Because especially me, I grew up dancing. You know, I grew up listening to a lot of like banda and corridos and dancing like machaca and dancing like uh, doing like Mexican line dancing and like stuff like that. Uh, freaking. So a lot of these songs actually sound very familiar. And I was even listening to a song, the seventh track on the album, Pifanda. And Pifanda, bro, it sounds like a Mexican like dance song. It sounds like a song you would listen to like on the radio or some shit. Like besides the flutes are what kind of give it um the vibe of like the rest of the album, where it's like it's more it makes the instrumentation more to like native culture. It makes it sound like not a club music. But besides that, like the 1 2 3 rhythm, that's very familiar to anybody that's ever been in a club anywhere in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
California, even. So that's what I love about this album, and I think that's why it's been so contagious for me. And right now I'm looking at the Spotify it listens to. Bifanda is actually the second most listened to song on the entire album by a wide margin. It has like 35,000 listens compared to everything else is like 7,000 ish, except for one song, La Ranjera, which I'm not, or La Ranjera, or I think it's La Ranjera because that's how they pronounce it in the song. But this song has like a quarter of a million streams. I'm not sure why, but it's an awesome song. I love it. I listen to it a lot, but that's I imagine that's why. But it might be like a promotional deal or Renata Rosa, the artist that collaborated with it. She might be like especially famous or something.
Yeah, because it's like a compilation. There's different artists on it. I find right here in the Bandcamp, um, it's like slaves and indigenous people from working class backgrounds who came together, making a rhythmical mesh of sounds dating back hundreds of years and allowing them to carve a unique cultural identity. So this is like definitely music. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
La
it's
Ranjera.
awesome, bro. The first song is amazing.
Beam Beam
The
Beam is awesome. I'm surprised Beam 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 isn't getting more love. That's on. Yeah. Obar too.
Yeah, and I think it's a good introduction. I think you could put this on and like dance or just be chilling. And I don't know. I like the album in every situation, bro.
Yeah, I play this all the time. I even be playing this chilling with the homies. I don't play it at parties,
Yeah.
but if I'm chilling with the homies or kind of just smoking or like hanging out, like yeah, I'll play this album.
Sold out, bro. It's sold out on vinyl on
Ooh,
Bandcamp.
dude, look at how
So
gorgeous this album. I wish we could show you guys. We had higher production. We can.
we will get there.
We'll get there. Album cover's gorgeous. Please
Yeah,
look at it
and
at least.
I suggest we didn't do this justice, but I suggest reading this whole Bandcamp thing. Um,
Yeah, because the story of the tracks is actually very particular, and I
yeah,
think it's really cool and it's very inspiring. And honestly, I think it makes me enjoy the music more, just knowing that damn, these songs are almost lost to time.
yeah,
You
it's like
know,
it's almost like a history book of the deep roots of the music there, and it's more a little bit modern and more refreshed because it's like, you know, remakes now, but it's yeah, one of the
yeah,
top albums of this year. One of my
definitely,
favorites.
definitely like the production too. I just want to say is amazing. Like the wherever they recorded this in and whoever mixed it did an amazing job.
Oh yeah, I
Like
don't know
it's,
how they were able to do it so good, so clean.
it really sounds like you're there, like in a drum circle. And I always be it's a lot of call and response, So when she calls, I respond, bro. Especially on La Ranjera or La Ranjera. That was awesome. Or on oh man, I wish I could say the name, but right after La Ranjera, the fifth track, Opanje
Kid
Zach
Jazz. Yeah, it's hard.
Zara.
I'm sorry guys. There's just so
Yeah.
many
And
we
I
just can't
speak
say.
Spanish and I still but the sixth track, Ven cogedo. I love the sixth track. I'm always saying that. I feel like I'm moving through the desert, like with the water in my backpack. I think that's it.
All right, bro. We got 5 minutes left.
Man, I really want to shout out Westside Boogie. If you guys have never heard of Westside Boogie, like this is my introduction to him as well. Apparently,
Yeah.
he had a really, really popular album, 2019, and I totally missed it. I had no idea it happened. But I'm a big fan of this album. Uh, More Black Superheroes. So please go look at Westside Boogie if you haven't already.
Yeah. Look at Westside Boogie.
If you love Kendrick Lamar, you're gonna love Westside Boogie.
And in Westside Boogie's interviews, he's kind of funny. He has like he seems very cool and funny. Obviously we don't know him, but like he doesn't seem like an awful person to, you know.
No, absolutely seems like a super chill dude,
Yeah.
and I really respect the craft, man. I love the craft. It's More Black Superheroes, awesome.
Yeah.
And
Shout
shout
out
out Brazil.
Brazil Novo.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that was just shout out them.
Oh, I was gonna say shout out Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Brazil. Great
Shout out the
fucking album.
Música Macondo. That's I think that's like the record company or whatever, the media company or the group that's putting this all together. You know,
Yeah, everybody that's on the compilation,
yeah, all the other
check out the
artists.
artist. What's really cool about these compilations too is that if you like anybody in particular, like we mentioned La Angera with Renata Rosa, you can go look at her catalog right after, and you listen to more of what she offers. It might be different from Brazil Novo, but not necessarily.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking up that because we got like 4 minutes. We could shout out. I want to shout out the other album we're gonna do because I still really like that album.
Ah, yes, I have it right here.
Port Ridge Radio. Check that out. Some British rock,
Mhm.
some alternative music, heartfelt lyrics, a very raw, punchy, and yeah,
Yeah, great album came out in May this year. Waterslide, Diving Board, Ladder to the Sky. Great album cover.
great album name.
Great album name.
Yeah, and what I like about all these albums is they all have a theme, and they all just it's just an experience. It doesn't really feel like I don't know, just like random songs coming on. It just feels like experience, and it wants me to sit down and like actually pay attention to in the music and what's going on. So
Yeah, it really respects your time in that way. And so if in the West Side Boogie album's like 12 tracks and it's kind of short. And Brazil Novo is like 8 tracks. That's like half an hour, and that's still not enough music for you this week. Go sit down, listen to this whole Portrait Radio
yes, check that
album.
out
You'll have enough music for a month.
for real.
Yeah, but sorry for the delay, y'all. Thanks for sticking with us. So shout out, y'all.
We're trying to do better.
We're trying to be good boys. It's hard out here.
It's hard
So
out here.
wait till we start up the Patreon. It's gonna be a little easier. Make more episodes.
Well, Crizo,
My
we
G.
did it. Peace out. Be safe. Love you always. And I'll see you
See you when I see you.
Shout out to the subscribers too. Please like, comment, subscribe. Links to everything. Links to everything will be in the description.
Tell your mama about my podcast.
Get Modern Girl tatted on your neck.